On a quiet morning in the small mountain town of Willow Creek, an 8-year-old boy named Tommy wandered deeper into the woods behind his house than ever before. The mist hung low, the air was still, and what he discovered beneath a twisted oak would shake the town, and an entire biker brotherhood to its core. There, bound by thick iron chains, bruised and half-conscious, was a full-patched member of the Hells Angels. His vest was torn, his knuckles bloodied, and beside him, a sign crudely nailed to the tree read, "HOA Rules Apply to Everyone." The boy ran home terrified, clutching the man's fallen patch like a sacred token. His mother thought it was another one of Tommy's tall tales until she saw the patch herself, the unmistakable skull and wings insignia known across the country. Within hours, the story reached the local diner. Then the truck stopped, and by evening it reached the ears of the local biker chapter. They came in droves, leather jackets gleaming, engines roaring through the once peaceful HOA-controlled neighborhood. For years, the neighborhood association had pushed everyone around, ticketing delivery drivers, fining veterans for flying flags, and even threatening homeowners for having unauthorized visitors. The president of the HOA, a smug man named Richard Dale, had just crossed the wrong line. What none of the residents knew was that the man chained to the tree, Marcus Grim Lawson, wasn't just any biker. He was a national officer, known for his strict moral code and history of protecting small communities from abuse and corruption. He had come to visit an old war buddy who lived in the neighborhood. But Richard had other plans. The HOA didn't want motorcycle trash parked near their manicured lawns. They towed his bike, called him a trespasser, and when he protested, things turned violent. By nightfall, more than 2,000 bikers lined the streets outside the HOA clubhouse. The rumble of engines drowned out the crickets. Neighbors peeked through blinds, holding their breath as the Hells Angels formed a circle, not for violence, but for justice. When the police arrived, it wasn't a riot they found. It was evidence. Photos, security footage, and testimony from witnesses who'd had enough of the HOA's bullying. The officers freed Marcus, cuffed Richard, and the HOA board's power crumbled like a sandcastle in a storm. As Marcus was escorted out on a stretcher, he locked eyes with Tommy, the little boy who'd saved him. Without saying a word, he pressed something into the boy's hand, a small silver pin engraved with angel wings, and the words, "For Courage." In the weeks that followed, the HOA was dissolved by court order. The once-feared board members vanished from town, leaving behind empty homes and unpaid fines. The bikers didn't stay to gloat. They quietly restored Marcus's bike, rebuilt his strength, and rode out as silently as they had arrived. Tommy, though, never forgot that morning. The silver pin stayed on his nightstand, a reminder that courage sometimes looks small, a child doing the right thing when no one else will. Years later, when he grew up and joined the fire department, he kept that pin on his uniform. And whenever people asked what it meant, he'd smile and say, "Sometimes angels wear leather. Evil often hides behind rules and fences, but courage needs no permission." Would you have done what Tommy did, or walked away like the rest?